Hey all! So today, this isn't a Halloween special or anything, it's just me with no makeup on, which is hideous. Today what we're going to do is special occasion makeup. So by now I should have hopefully given you lots of tips and lots of key points that you need to abide by for those types of makeup. And now I'm going to go through the actual practical process. Okay, so I've already started with my skin prep. So you do your consultation, you find out what your client needs are, you have a little discussion with them, with what they like, what they don't like, maybe look at some pictures, and from then you then do your skin analysis, which we've kind of gone through. You've done an assignment on it. So you're just assessing the skin and considering what type of products would be best for that skin, for skin prep. As well as the makeup application. Okay, so I've started with my skin prep. Okay, I have quite mature skin, just a little bit mature, not much. So yeah, I've got mature skin, and it's very dehydrated. It's a combination, okay, so I get areas which are particularly dry and I have areas which are quite oily. At present, I also have, I've probably got every skin type going, sensitive skin. Okay, I don't know what's happened to my skin, my eyes, but everything just keeps making them react. So I'm really hypersensitive at the moment. And I think it's because I've been poorly. And I've got some breakouts. So all good, because I can show you what magic makeup can do. So it's fabulous. So I started off with a hydrating range of cleanser and toner. Okay, then I go in, because I've got quite dehydrated skin, I've gone in with, I'd either go in with my facial oil, okay, let that dissolve into my skin, just give it a bit more moisture and a bit of oomph, and a glow underneath, because my skin's quite dull as well. I've gone for Glam Glow. It's a moisture trip. It's just really good. It's an omega rich moisturizer, and it just sets a completely lovely base for me to be able to do makeup application. Makeup seems to go on really smoothly once I use that. I also, always use my Egyptian Magic. Can't live without it. I always put that on, but I use it very sparingly. If you have a look at my skin, it doesn't look completely greasy, okay? It just feels smoother, and it feels like my skin's not going to be so porous. It's going to actually help the makeup glide onto my skin. Okay, then the next part is going to be your primer. Okay, so I've discussed what sort of primers that you could potentially use for your clients for a special occasion makeup. I'm using my faithful No. 7 Airbrush Away. Another product I would tend to recommend is House of Glam Doll Hydrology. Okay, that's a really good one as well. That just creates a lovely base, and makeup seems to last really long. But my absolute ultimate favourite, which I completely ran out of because I use it all the time if I'm going out, is Smashbox Photo Finish primer. It's just beautiful. It smooths, it primes, and just makes everything look really smooth under your makeup. So I'm going to start off. I'm going to apply, I'm going to use even though I'm working on myself, I'm still going to decant the products, okay, and I'm going to apply onto my forehead, so mainly the T-zone. Okay, so areas where I'm particularly oily, where I need lots of smoothing. So cheeks, definitely the wall of my nose, because I have a lot of pores and blackheads, which I just cannot seem to get rid of. Okay, so I'm just going to apply that all on quite sparingly. Ball of my chin. Okay. So T-zone primed, and that's the first essential step. Okay, my next step is going to be to prepare my eye area. So for this makeup, I always do the eyes first. So I concentrate on this panel. Okay, main reason, as we said last week, is if you get any fallout underneath the eye, no matter what you do, if there's foundation on there, you try and patch it up, you think you've got rid of it, it looks really grey and muddy in photos. And obviously special occasion makeup, we have to assume there's going to be some kind of photo opportunities for that, particularly if it's your wedding day. Okay, so you don't want to have grey muddiness under the eye, so we do the eye makeup first, clean away any excess, plus that means we can pack on the colour and not worry or anything too much, cleanse away, and then you do your base. Okay, so I'm going to start off doing my eye makeup. So I apply it, okay, I'll do a quick time lapse in a moment. I apply all the way across. Okay, if I just do one eye, I hate my eyebrow shape, so regardless, I thicken my eyebrows. Okay, I've already actually put some brow gel and soap into my eyebrows, very small amounts so I don't get no residue, just so I can just brush up my hairs and just get a bit more texture in those. I also like to thicken my eyebrows because they're not quite thick enough for me. The thicker the eyebrow for mature skin, the more youthful you look. Okay, so this concealer is a cream-based concealer. I use it because I need quite a lot of coverage. I have a lot of veins and pigmentation issues, i.e. bags, around my eyes. So, I mean, I'm putting this on quite thick just so you can see, okay? But use yours quite sparingly. You don't want it to be too heavy. So I just want to do it so you can see. So that's the first part I do. So over the whole of the eyelid, just get it where your brows are going to start, so you make sure you just don't go too much. Tiny little bit just directly underneath wherever you're going to put any eyeshadow. Okay, then I'd pop a little bit above my eyebrows. Okay, so I kept them quite and that's that. Then the next step would be to buff that in. Okay, so I'm going to use, I mean, it looks massive, this brush, but it's the best brush because it just is so light. So when I work it on, it doesn't sort of give much pressure. It's really soft, so it's not going to drag my eye skin all over the place, because us mature people have to worry about that. And I just use little soft circular buffing and stippling motions just to soften that all in. Okay, you don't want to see heavy concealer sat on your eyes. Okay, this is just to purely give you a lovely clear base and to help eyeshadow last all day, even if they cry, sweat, they've got it all. Okay, so you can kind of see now. I mean, I put lots of concealer on just so you can see. So that's that. Then the next step is to put my eye primer on. Okay, I'm using a Zoeva one. It's a Pearl Longwear eyeshadow fix. So it's a really nice eye primer. It actually really gives you a beautiful canvas to start working on. So I'm just going to use a brush to apply this. So decant the product, and then you can see this. So it's quite light. Okay, you don't need a lot. Okay, and you're just going to work that wherever you're going to put eyeshadow. So right up to the brow bone. I also put a little bit, making sure I get into this little tear duct where people may have watery eyes. Okay, another tip is to pop some on the outer corner. Okay, here sometimes people's eyes water and sometimes product won't sit. Now this eye is particularly like that for me. I just seem to get a patch where no matter what, product won't go on. So we don't like that. So I'm just going to do this eye for now, and then I'll do a time lapse just to talk through everything else. Okay, I don't really need to overly tell you too much about sort of everything for makeup application. You've kind of done basics already, and looking at most of your work, you're all pretty competent and capable in the makeup department. So really I'm just here to guide you and just let you know some techniques and stuff which works with any client, okay? Because remember, you're not always going to be working on youthful skin. You're not going to be working on people with perfect eye shape and perfect skin types. You're going to be working on different skin tones, okay? So you've got to be able to be adaptable as a makeup artist. So these tips are really to sort of help you out, particularly if you start getting people asking you to do their prom makeup or bridal makeup. So what I'm now using is a neutral matte eyeshadow base, okay? So it's just a creamy sort of colour. I'm loading up my brush and then I'm going to tap off the excess, okay? And then I'm going to pat this all over where my eye primer went as well. Okay. And that's that. Okay, that's nice and set now. Now, I'm not going to have no problems with patchy eyeshadow, hopefully, because I've proper primed and prepped my eye area, which is really, really important for special occasion, because this makeup is, as I've already probably said before when you first came in, that it has to last all day. Okay, it has to last through crying, it has to last through sweating, through dancing, you know, constant contact, okay? So it has to last quite well. So yeah, so that's my eye base, and then I'm going to go on to my brows.